Hello, everybody. Welcome, everybody. Good evening, everybody. We are sorry we are just starting now. We have to address some issues so that we can give you the best. So I hope you are ready for today. We are not going to waste so much time as we've already taken lots of your time that we would love to cover up. So today is content creation slash creative writing. You guys, I hope you are excited because trust me, this class is going to be everything. Yes, you guys. So without wasting much of your time, our facilitator is already here. He's here with us. So he's no other person but Mr. Emmanuel Adeyemo. Mr. Emmanuel Adeyemo. So you're welcome, Mr. Emmanuel Adeyemo. So he will be with us in a short while. So please be patient as he will be connected soon. Okay, so while we wait for him, I just want us to prepare our mind for today. Um, we are really set to give you the best, nothing less than that. And that is what we've been doing since the beginning of this section. So we expect that you should be connected and you should have your jotting materials with you and ready to learn today's class. Yes, today is filled with so much content. He's going to be talking on creative writing as well as content creation. So that is a huge one actually. So I just want you to prepare yourself and be ready for this class because it promises to be great. Yes, promises to be great. So I'll just reach out to him. Okay, so while we wait for him, I want to know how many people are connected right now with us. If you know you're connected currently with us, please can you type on the comment section, I'm ready to get value. Please type on the comment section, I'm ready to get value. I want to see your comments coming in. I am ready to get value. Let me see the comment coming in. We might start today's class a little bit late because of the location of our facilitator. He really wants this class to be successful and he wants to give his best for this class. We already talked about that, so he's really trying to put a lot so that this class can happen. So I think he's with us currently. Okay, he's with us currently. Um, okay. Okay, Mr. Deroju is with us. So he's currently here with us. I'm so happy to have you here, sir. Um, slide. So I'll just welcome him in. Okay, okay. So I have Mr. Emmanuel here with me. Um, you're welcome, Mr. Emmanuel. We are live right now, and we are happy to have you here with us. We're happy to have you here with us. So that is your slide on the screen. So without wasting much time, because we are all expectant of your class, we are ready to receive the very best you have for us. So without wasting much time, I'll just let you have the stage. You're welcome, sir.
All right, thank you. I really appreciate this privilege to be able to take this session of the training, and it's an interesting one. It's supposed to be a full house, if I'm right. I hope that everyone is excited to come and learn what it is about content creation and creative writing. However, basically, I'm going to delve into a discussion, and it's going to be a specific, brief one. However, I hope that it will be very, very important for everything we have been learning throughout the process of this training. So, I trust that we have good time together, and I pray that God gives us understanding. So again,
Amen.
Emmanuel is my name, Aderoju Adeyemo. I'm a writer, I am a teacher, I'm a facilitator, and I like literature. That is what I read. At present, I'm a drama minister, and also I'm a content creator. And so, briefly, the concept of content creation is being able to discover what people need and giving it to them, creating it and giving it to them. While creative writing is your ability to put your thoughts together in writing and write it in an appealing way, in a way that it can appeal to the audience. I'm giving a general overview from a general insight into what we should expect tonight. So I'm going to move slides when it is time. So I know that while you have been taught video editing basics in using your smartphone, using Adobe Premiere Pro and all, you have also been taught graphic designing, which is very, very important for content creation. Putting all these skills together in content creation is what gives you efficiency and is what makes what you have learned valid. So you decide to build something from what you have learned and consistently show it to the world. Already you are doing content creation. So content creation is all about your ability to put your idea together and present it to a world of needy consumers, people who are ready to consume your content. And in current time, the very, very vast medium of putting your content to the world is social media. And it has been so massive given the privilege that we have in this age to reach out to thousands, millions of people at a time with your content. So the challenge we would have is to know who exactly we want to pass a content across to, what they need, and how to do it, how to go about it. If you're able to answer these questions, then we are good to go. So let's move on to the slides and see what we have tonight. So let's go to the next slide. All right. So basically, from the slides that we have, you should be able to discover that you're communicating using content. That is basically what we're doing. And also, we have an objective for everybody that you should be able to write creatively and correctly, and also um, you should be able to understand the techniques of content creation. So if you're able to if you're able to understand these things, it is very easy for you to find your ground, especially on the social media. I hope you're with me. So, in the contents of what we have tonight, over the slides we are going to be looking at writing creatively. I'm going to be explaining to you how you can write creatively, and also how you can have the concept of writing in mind with basic instructions that you need to know. And we're also going to delve into creating sentences, managing our paragraphing, and also using punctuations well, and also choosing words correctly while we also build a writing style. Now, the content creation um, tutorial or training this evening is going to maximize two strands or two aspects. One aspect is your creative writing, and the other aspect is your social media and content creation. So first, let us go into basics of writing. Why do we want to discuss writing? Why do we want to know little things about writing as content creators? Why? Because number one, all writers are communicators. Once you're writing, you're communicating. Without the concept or consciousness of communication, you cannot write. And you cannot communicate without the concept of consciousness of passing a message across to an audience. So you are supposed to know that there is a synergy between what you write and communicating with people. So writing is just a medium of communication. There are various other mediums of communication. We have verbal communication and all, which you do through audio visuals, like you can see my face and I'm communicating with you. So in most cases in current time, people who use the social media maximize these channels of communication to pass their content across. However, in the case of writing, there are some very, very important things you should learn and you should hold on to. Don't forget that while we write as content creators, we write in various aspects of content creation. I'm not supposed to put all the details in these slides because this is just slides. It's supposed to give you conceptual understanding, but it's so full that you listen to me and get all the points. Now, you write for businesses, you write sales copies, you write novels, you write stories, short stories, you write news reports, you write short reviews, any kind of writing that you do. These instructions are very important for you to know, and the content of these slides are equally important for you to maximize. And so basically you have to know that there is a connection, there is a synergy between writing and communication. If you can communicate well, then you should write well. The difference, however, is in the arrangement of your thoughts. Why? Writing gets better when you punctuate better. So there are many things that you put in place while you're writing that are open to the people to see than when you're talking. While you're talking, nobody sees your punctuation, they only listen to your stop. But in writing, you make all of these things obvious and they all pass messages across. Take, for instance, there are basics of writing that you should learn. Now, this slide is supposed to be better done. I'm sorry, something changed while I was making it because of the you are supposed to be able to see the subtopics well. I'm going to discuss these points. I'm going to discuss this point with some examples, and I'm going to probably share something, some slides with you, some search engine content with you to explain them. I have some materials in my browser that I would also show to you. Now, the basics of writing: write simple, good sentences. Basically, we want to write a body of story, or probably you want to write an article, or probably you want to write a report, or probably you are writing a sales description content for a business organization. You could also be writing email market content. You could also be writing emails. You could be writing um, content on Facebook, topical content, any kind of writing that you're doing. These things are very important. You should learn how to write simple and good sentences. Basically, every writing chooses its own audience, and that is when we later talk about style. But for me, I know that when you're writing some literature kind of writing, novels, you're writing poetry, or you're writing short stories, you choose your own kind of style and your kind of audience. Take, for instance, if you want to read the book of Wole Soyinka is an esoteric writer in the sense that he writes Englishes that are, or languages that are, I use the word Englishes because it can be a kind of register on its own. The kind of language you use will choose the kind of audience that would read him. That is why you have people tell you that I can't read Wole Soyinka's novel because I don't enjoy it smoothly, it doesn't flow with me because they are big language. And while some other persons will tell you that, oh, I enjoy this. In the case of public writing, business writing, content creation for businesses, for social media handles like LinkedIn, Facebook, and also writing B2B business writings or sales description content or topical contents online, it is advisable that you choose a language that is simple and accessible to all. Why? Because you are pushing out first to a large audience. Before you can stream down your audience if you like, you should be able to open up a writing skill that pushes out to a very large audience. So I'm going to be showing you soon how you can write simple contents and also write good sentences. What about paragraphing? So many times people log up their thoughts together in a body of writing. If you are writing on Upwork, for instance, and a business company gives you sales description content to write on what they sell, first, they will give you a trial to write for them and pay probably a tip for it being a trial. Or they make you to write and later pay you if your writing is approved. Now, content that cannot explain your thoughts one point at a time would not go for such writing. Businesses are interested first in content that they can present to any audience at all so that they will buy for them from them. So good paragraphing can help you to learn this. How about good punctuation? It is a message passing channel itself. Punctuation is message passing channel on its own. So there are specific punctuations, as I'm going to show you soon, that are very, very important that you maximize in the process of your writing, especially while you are a content creator. Also, choose each words wisely. It is important for you to know that every word that you use has 1,000 and more substitute for itself. So if you chose a word and you feel that is not depicting your thoughts perfectly, you have every reason to choose out of the 1,000 more words that you have to replace that particular word. It is not by all means that you use a particular word because it is bogus, it is big, or whatever. It is important for you first to choose the right words and choose the words that your audience will understand. We're going to be talking briefly about your audience very soon. Now, you should discover your writing style. Some persons write in a way that they start with a story, continue with explanation of their topic content, and conclude it. While some people do not start with a story, they present the content that they are about to sell to you, and in the middle, they give example stories, and in the end, they bring you back to a conclusion. While some people start with story, explain the story in the middle, and bring the content to you in the end. Amidst all of this, the first one seems to be the most plausible. Anytime you're writing a content that is for sale, you're writing a content that is topical, describing a particular thing online, or for a company, it is advisable for you to start out by at least talking briefly about what you want to sell to them. The second advisable channel is that you tell a story. Sometimes you can start with a story. Sometimes you can start your sales description, content item, or topical description with a story, in the sense that a story catches an audience and their attention and suspends all their distraction and helps them to focus on what you are about to bring them into. In the next paragraph or in the next stream of your thoughts, you can now talk about your item, linking them back to your story. Make sure that whenever you start up your writing with a story that is relevant to that item you are talking about, do not throw your audience away. So many people start telling a story and throw their audience away in the content description. No, make sure that the first sentence of your content is linkable to the next, and the next is linkable to the next, and the next is linkable to the next until the end. That is why we're going to teach you good paragraphing in content creation in consequent slides. Also, keep your reader hooked to your message. The way that you can keep your reader hooked to your message is first writing in simple terms, also telling stories in examples to what you're describing, and also bringing them back, referring them or connecting them always at every point to the content, to the topic or the theme of your content. Some persons are copywriters. Copywriters are not necessarily long writings, they can be short copies for specific purposes. You can write a copy for an advert. A particular company could have an ad to make, and probably they want you to write the content of the adverts. Take, for instance, everything you have over a graphic design is written by a copywriter before the graphic designer takes them up, put them in visual, and then makes them the public content. So it is beautiful for you to know that every purpose of your writing determines the kind of writing that you do. A copywriter could also be writing a short copy for a particular mail, a mail description, a mail message from a company, or probably a sales description that is not more than 150 words. If you're writing a copy, you should know how to put a lot of your thoughts in few sentences. These are skills that you arrive at by choosing the right words, especially learning your good paragraphing and sentence creation. Let's see what next we have so that we can explain this very well. All right, in any kind of writing, it can be creative. If your writing says content, if you're writing any kind of writing, it can be creative. It is creative when it is appealing to the attention of your audience, and your audience is able to stick with what you're writing or stick to what you're writing till the end. The way you can do this is by suspending their disbelief. How does this happen? To suspend a disbelief of a reader means that you are able to let the reader forget every other thing or even doubt what you're writing about. You are going to see sample content like that in consequent slides, in a way that you bring a particular topic up in your writing that makes the writer whole colored and engrossed in what you're writing. Your writing can be so colorful and beautiful that even your reader is not able to check or question what you're writing. Be sure to tell a story. Like we have always said, any writing can tell a story. If you're writing for a sales item, there are instances where you even tell a story. Take, for instance, you started out by saying, I love I love all kind of watches, but the Gucci watch is something that I don't want to joke with. The Gucci watch got lost from my pocket someday, and I had to go miles to get it. I ran and took a bus and took a cab, and along my journey, I met a number of persons wondering what was wrong with me. I was sweating and I could not have my breath. The last person to ask what was wrong with me was shocked. I told her, I was looking for my Gucci watch. It's what the search. However, it's also watch finding. He wanted to know what kind of watch it was. He followed me to this particular sales company of Gucci, and we found the watch. Now, the audience was the audience would be surprised that, okay, you lost something. Really, you haven't lost something. The hook is that you brought them in feeling your pains that you got something lost, something so dear and precious to you that you could take a cab back from where you're coming, back to where you're coming from. And then people were wondering, by the virtue of your feeling, your aura, what you're looking like, your stress, what was wrong with you. And people do not yet know what was wrong with you. That could have been a Twitter post, it could be a Facebook short story that you just wanted to post. But nobody knows on that tone that you are selling a Gucci watch to them. So while everybody feel your pain of not finding what is precious to you, in the end they discover they are hooked. And why are they hooked? They are hooked to discover that a Gucci watch can be so precious that they have to follow you. You name the company along your content writing, and then they could discover that when they get to this particular shop, they would find that thing that is so precious to you that got you restless that you can rush down to where it was. I hope you got my point. However, you have to have a beginning, a middle, and ending of your story. If you are writing anything to catch the audience and telling a story along, you should start well in a very captivating way, continue linking them with your opening, and also end it well. How do you end your writing well? Don't allow your audience to lose focus from your theme. Your theme is the topic and the concentration or focus of your writing. So you bring them back. Now you see why I got so stressed looking for this precious gem to me. You can as well find something that is this precious to you, call this specific person, bring them into action, let them give them a call to action, let them know how they can get that same thing that got you so engrossed, got you so passionate and stressed that you cannot rest. So this is a technique of writing. This is very, very important in your writing. However, if you did all of these things and you didn't put your paragraphs well and you didn't punctuate well, you would be lost or you would lose your audience. See this instance. Hey Casey, I noticed you and I are both members of the Green Movement on LinkedIn, and that you just opened a new office in Austin. Since you are an Austin local now and share similar ideologies on clean technology and sustainability, I was curious if you'd be interested in attending Growth Marketing Conference in December. One of the keynote speakers is a world-renowned B2B marketer and fellow green energy philanthropist. The conference starts on December 11th in San Francisco. Should I send you a registration form? Warm regards. Now, this is a sample mail content that I got for you, and I want to use it for an instance explaining connectedness, storytelling while writing, and also identifying your reader. Excuse me. Now, this person who wrote this mail has gone to do an assignment. It doesn't always have to be when you write novels or fictions that you can be creative about your writing. What creative writing entails is being able to tell your story in a way that is appealing and achieving the aim that it is made to achieve. Okay, Casey is a friend, and this person has got the mail from Casey, and has access to Casey. This person wants to sell to Casey a program of content marketing conference, which is going to be holding in December. Now, what this person does about Casey is first to know who Casey is. This person discovers that Casey has interest in this particular field of interest. Before you write a mail content to anyone, try to know what they like. If you're writing a bulk mail, for instance, it means that you would have done some research before you started out writing, or before you start out writing your bulk mail. And how do you go about it? You could go on Facebook to do a search engine optimization kind of finding by looking for groups where people are together of one focus and interest. You can search for groups of people where they are interested in food, health, weight loss, or all of those things. When you use Google Analytics, which is another topic of training entirely, if you mind, Google Analytics would help you to find the kind of persons, the kind of thing you want to publicize to them, you want to advertise to them, and also their age group and what exactly they are interested in. So when you find out those things, then you can be able to send them mails that catch their interest. But in this case, Casey probably met, Casey is probably a friend from a particular platform on LinkedIn. Take, for instance, you have a friend on equal platform on LinkedIn or probably on Facebook. Then you know the interest that that friend has, and then you can leverage that to send them a mail or send them a content. But when you are creating such content, you should do these important things. Make sure that your thoughts are put clearly, and you can see how this particular writer puts these thoughts clearly so that whatever information you want to communicate will be maximized, will be caught. Casey now sees someone who knows their interest, and Casey wants to read the message. I notice you and I are both members of the Green Movement on LinkedIn, and that you just opened a new office in Austin. Wow. Casey is surprised. Who is this that knows what is about me? The fact that I'm just opening a new office in Austin and all. And then it continues in the next paragraph, bringing the content of the message up abroad. Since you're Austin local now, since you're Austin local now, there is supposed to be a comma there put clearly so that you know. Yes, not all contents that we find online are perfect. So I'm marking that for you to know. Since you are an Austin local now, comma, and share similar ideologies on clean technology and sustainability, comma, I was curious if you'd be interested in attending our growth marketing conference in December, full stop. So the link to growth marketing conference is embedded in this sentence. That is why it is painted in red. It means that you also sell, I'm sorry, it means that you also sell a lot in few words. You don't have to say that quickly. I want to explain what Green Marketing Conference is to you, not necessarily in a mail, because this is a content that is supposed to be read in less than 3 minutes. So the content marketing conference link is embedded already. It could be a catchy interest of Casey to hit the link and then see your website. Beautiful. So if this was a gig that you were given by a company to write a sales a mail copy for them, it is beautiful to ask them for all of these details while you're writing for them. One of the keynote speaker is a word. So you're trying to sell the particular program to this person and make sure that they attend and bring them back to conclusion. The conference starts on December 11th in France, in San Francisco. Should I send you a registration form? Now, that is what we call a call to action when you're writing contents or copies that are sales oriented. You are supposed to end your content with a call to action. Make sure that the reader is not asking what next until you have told them. So the next slide says you should keep it just simple. In sentence creation, maximize your use of verbs, be focused on a theme at a time, and place your thought process in an order of priority. Now, let me quickly see if I could show you few um, few rules of paragraphing and content and punctuation to help your content creation. Now look at this particular slide. It's a creative writing. I took it from Harry Potter. Before I go further to show you some other things, let me say this. I was in the bath at the time, and my dad came running in and said, "Guess who wants to play Harry Potter?" And I started to cry. It was probably the best moment of my life. Harry Potter wanted to tell you the best. Okay, the writer Daniel Radcliffe wants to tell you the best moment of his life, but he started by telling you the very, very challenging experience he has. It is a story. He started out from a catchy point and drags you back to the focus. I was in the bathroom at the time, and my dad came running in and said, so a reader is able to picture that someone runs in a bathroom and asks a challenging question, and the reader, the person starts to cry. So the reader is playing in their mind all of these visuals that you are creating for them, and it helps them to stay with what you are creating as a content creator. We're trying to run through these aspects of our content creation tonight because it is important to know that even if you are not doing video contents yet, which we are going to discuss, even if your content is writing, which is important and the most common that we do, make sure that little things as these help your writing and your creation. Now, take for instance, I have another story. My mother's death is what I will never recover from. Then I had never met Shola. She's a pharmacist, and to always visit her space for the joys of people getting ill thrills me a lot. Amatem sells most of the medicines on her shelf. She told me that was all my mother needed. Well, I enjoin you to rather save your mom or anyone you love by simply calling Shola. No malaria stands the test of her Amatem. What am I talking about here? Simply, I want to sell Amatem. But I started by telling you what really hinges on my emotion, which is the death of my mother by malaria. And if I had known Shola, who is a pharmacist selling Amatem, I would have told her that my mother was dying and I needed to save her. Now, I want to show you something.
Okay, so please let's be patient with him. I think he's having some network
Okay, so
disturbance.
please let's be patient with him. I think he's having some network disturbance.
Okay, so I think he's having some network disturbance. I'll just reach out to him so he can be aware of what is happening. Okay, he's connecting. Okay, I'll just add him back. Thank you for your patience, everyone. Thank you for your patience, everyone. Okay, you're connected right now. Mr.
All
Emma,
right,
can
am
you?
I all right? Thank
Yes,
you.
so you can control the slide from there.
All right. I hope I'm able to. First, I'm sorry for the network break. I'm sorry. I tried solving that as fast as I could. But I'm trying to see how I haven't found my arrows yet to control the slide. Probably I will use this Probably that's still because the network is loading. I don't know. But if you could control it from your end, please kindly do. Yeah, take it back, 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 and back, and back, and back, and back, and back again. Yes, here we are. So I hope I'm able to control it very soon. I think the more the network gets better, the more the icons on the website would be better displayed. So I hope I'm able to do that from my end. So while I continue with this, I was trying to show this instance the other time. In this instance, this reader wants to sell Amatem. Simple. It's simply a sales copy for an instance. But a reader, probably on Twitter, for instance, you want to sell on a platform where the audience don't have much time to read a long story. You should do something like this. If you want to sell on platforms where all they need is just a flash picture of what you're selling, you should do something like this. And also imagine you're putting this in a 30 seconds video that is supposed to be posted on Instagram with display of a lot of catchy graphics. This is going to be very, very good as your content script for you. So take for instance, this person comes to tell you, my mother's death is what I will never recover from. You're emotional, you're captivated, you want to know why they lost their mother. Then I had never met Shola. She's a pharmacist, and to always visit her space for the joys of people getting healed thrills me a lot. Amatem sells most of all medicines on her shelf. The next sentence tells you exactly the aim of this writing. However, the sentence basically started by giving you a hook. Like I explained earlier, put your sentences simple enough, put them together, and make sure that you are suspending the disbelief of your reader in so much that your reader is not able to doubt the truth or the veracity of what you're saying. I'm sorry for that. So always be okay. And it begins. They begin to sell the content. Whoever this is begins to sell Amatem to you. The next thing is a call to action. Well, I enjoy you to rather save your mom or anyone you love by simply calling Shola. That's a hook, in the sense that, okay, if I wouldn't lose anybody, please, to malaria, call Shola. And the next thing you are going to see on this kind of advert is a pop-up of Shola's contact or email contact or website or wherever Shola can be reached out to, and then you get Amatem. So this is how to create basic items, basic contents, creating your content in a way that, okay, from writing to production. If this was supposed to be a video content, this is a basic script for it, which is going to help you to write and also say or present something that is very, very, very captivating to your audience. So let's move on and see another instance. In a speech by Martin Luther King, he equates light with freedom through the speech. Here are the examples. This momentous decree came as a great beacon light of hope to millions of Negro slaves who had been seared in the flames of withering justice. It came as a joyous daybreak to end the long night of their captivity. Now is the time to rise from the dark and desolate valley of segregation to sunlit path of racial justice. Now, this is a public writer. This person is writing content, for instance, that are supposed to be posted on Facebook, supposed to be posted in news release, or probably in paper reviews. Don't forget that this teaching is all encompassing of creative writing. Now, this person is writing in a way to charge people to avoid racial injustice and also respect people for their races and where they come from, what they believe, and any any kind of stigmatization should be avoided. This person chooses an instance of a figure that can be well reckoned with in the discourse of racial discrimination and justice, which is Martin Luther King. And so, for anybody that is interested in a topic like this, you want to read what is this person talking about? Why is this person mentioning this big name? What is it that I have not known or that I do not understand? Don't forget that we started by saying that you should know your audience, know your reader. So this person cannot post this kind of content on for a sales item for on a sales platform, for instance. It will not sell. This person is probably going to use this kind of writing for a review or magazine that is dealing with such content as racial discrimination and equity, or no to stigmatization and all of those things. So you should now identify that every kind of writing has one rule that follows them. Bring your audience into your writing. Use good punctuation, present your thoughts and your focus to them, and make sure that you call them to action. When you are able to do all of these things, your writing or your content is able to sell well in any aspect or in any field that you have chosen to present your content. So after this, I hope to show you some more on paragraphing and punctuation. Now, good paragraphing and punctuation. A paragraph is a well-arranged body of sentences, having a topic focus at a time, explained in clear terms, and concluded in connection to the topic sentence. There's supposed to be full stop after this word sentence. Please note that. There's supposed to be a full stop after this word sentence, because paragraphs or a sentence starts with a capital letter and ends with a full stop. That is very important for you to know. I want to try and see if I could share my screen now so that I can show you some basic rules of punctuation and paragraphing as I have opened on another tab. And before then, let me also remind you that after this aspect of this training, now we're going to delve into social media content creation, which is basically going to treat the aspect of your visual content creation, specifically for YouTube, TikTok, or Instagram. So let's quickly run through this and come back. I want to share my screen and see. All right, I'm trying to do that now.
Please, while he's trying to connect his screen, please, if you know you are getting value, please type on that comment section. I am getting value, please. I'm getting value. Please type on that comment section. I am getting value. Please, let's be sincere with ourselves. Type it, type it. Let me see the message coming in. Let me see the message coming in.
All right, thank you for that. So I want you to please let me know if you're following me. Please, you can drop your content, comments, and questions and all. Now, very, very simply, I'm going to run through this and I'm going to send the material to the coordinator of this program. I'm not going to talk about everything in this material. I'm just going to give you some important notes to put down. What is punctuation? Set of symbols in printing language that clarify the connections of our ideas to the reader or for the reader. If you do not maximize basic punctuations, it is very, very possible you lose your reader already. Now, don't forget that while you are doing a video content, you don't necessarily have to show punctuations. But for writers, you are a blogger, you are a B2B writer, punctuation is very, very important for you. Now, punctuation helps you to to achieve sentence headers in the sense that it puts period, question marks, and exclamation points at the end of your sentence enders, sorry. Now, these three subtopics can give you the breakdown of what exactly your punctuation is supposed to do for you or achieve in your writing. Ending your sentences well. When are you supposed to use a period? When are you supposed to use a question mark? When are you supposed to use exclamation marks? When you're writing appealing content, for instance, you're writing adverts, it is very, very strategic for you to use example of an exclamation mark. Before you can use an exclamation mark, let it be that you are trying to shout, or probably you're trying to show something catchy or surprising. Take, for instance, you open up an ad, and then what you see in the graphic is whoosh, or you see a big splash. Probably the ad is trying to sell to you that there is a big bonus available in a period of a particular time. If you were the copywriter who wrote that content for them before they put it on graphic, then you are supposed to write the content using exclamation mark, because you are bringing a slash bonus, something that the audience, as if everybody should come and see what is happening. However, if you're writing a content that is describing a particular item, or probably you are doing a topical writing trying to prove a point, do not jump to using exclamation mark, because that would mean that you're shouting at your reader. Now, see where the difference comes in. You're writing a content that is supposed to be an exclamation for an ad, then you use exclamation mark. But you're writing a content that is supposed to appeal to an audience, then you don't dare to strongly use an exclamation mark, because you could be shouting at your audience. What about in-sentence connectors like commas, dashes, and all? These are very important for creative writers. Creative writers, content creators should know when to put a comma or when not to put a comma. Let's see example and also see how this can be quickly explained and get back to our slides. When you're writing questions, okay, the sentence enders, we have talked about that briefly. I don't want to dwell on it because I'm going to share this material to you. Now, see the instance of period marks and ends. Okay, I've discussed this. Take, for instance, you're talking about, you have a particular, um, okay. See what we have on this page now. He's saying I'm a period, I look just like a dot, full stop. Every time you see me, you must stop. Now see, the first sentence is having a full stop, the next sentence is having an exclamation. Why? The first sentence is trying to explain a point. It is appealing. I'm a period, I look just like a dot. It is introducing itself. However, the next sentence is, every time you see me, you must stop. That is an instruction, right? And that is why you go for an exclamation mark. Whenever you are not able to understand the context and the content of your writing, you will not use the right punctuation. So these things are very, very important in the use of punctuations. I said it earlier, I don't want to dwell on all of this because I'm going to share the material with you. So let's go on. I want to quickly check how commas work. Commas are very, very important. Commas, semicolons are extremely important. Oh, joy. Wait. Let's do the jump for comma joy dance. Okay, now, every point that you're trying to make that needs a pause is able, or they are able to use or to accommodate a comma at least. Take, for instance, you say, oh joy, exclamation, wait, comma, let's do the jump for comma joy dance, exclamation. While we use this expression, and then we see that there are itemized points for pauses. Wait, pause. Comma is to help you identify where a reader is to pause the reading in their mind or continue. So when you're writing any kind of content, you should know when you want your readers to pause and think about the first sentence you made before moving on to the next sentence. And comma really can help doing that. I hope you got my point. Let's see another instance. I walked to the store and I bought wine. Full stop. You made two steps. You want this understanding to get to your reader two major things that you did. And then you separate these two sentences using a comma. I walked to the store, comma, and I bought wine. If you remove the comma after store, then you would have been talking about a stream of one thought without allowing for them to know the importance of the fact that you walked to the store. I walked to the store and bought a wine without a comma after store would not really make the perfect sense that you should achieve. So make sure that what comes after the found boys is actually an independent clause. I don't want to explain this because in the material they call this particular comma a found boys comma. I would probably suggest it is also called an Oxford comma, a comma that separates your first sentence when you are using a and in the next sentence to continue with. So it separates, itemizes what you do first before you use and, a conjunction. So you know that comma is supposed to do the same work that and is supposed to do. Using the and comma at the same time means that you really want the audience to identify the importance of your first sentence. I walked to the store, comma, and I bought wine. I could have also said, I walked to the store, I bought wine. Or I could have also said, I walked to the store and bought wine without comma. This would have mean the same thing, but with different understanding. So these things are important in your punctuations. Let us jump to um, the semicolon. If I found it on time, so that we would leave this. Okay, can you see Oxford comma now? The Oxford comma is a comma that comes after the final item before and in a list. Okay, see now. You may, by the rules, choose to either use it or not, comma, so long as you either use it or not consistently within a given document. Okay, let's see the examples we are given. I add eggs, comma, toast, comma, and orange juice. The idea here is to make the person know that what you add was egg, toast, and also juice, not all together at a time. Now, see what happens in the next example. I add eggs, toast, and juice. Toast and juice means that you have poured the juice on your toast. It's different from the first instance that you add them one, one, and one. I hope you got this very well. If you're going through this material, it will help you to understand better. Let us quickly run and leave punctuation and go to paragraphing. Okay, the paragraphing material is not yet loading. I wouldn't want to dwell on it, but I would explain it to you. Let's go back to our slides so that I can explain that to you. Yeah, I have stopped sharing my screen so I can go back to the slides. I'm going to find an instance of paragraphing in the mail copy that I showed to you the other time, if you would remember. Yeah, we have three paragraphs here. Now, each paragraph has a point to make, a goal to achieve. And in paragraphing, we call something content topic, a topic, sorry, a sentence topic, and also followed by the explanation of the sentence topic, and also followed by the conclusion. So the first paragraph is bringing an introduction, linking up with the reader. The next paragraph explains the body of the focus of the mail, while the last paragraph concludes and brings everything together. Imagine these three paragraphs were merged in one sentence. It will not achieve the effect that it is supposed to achieve. That is why paragraphing is very important in content creation, especially while you are writing. This is important for bloggers, writers for businesses, copywriters, email content creators, and all kind of content creators that are writers. So you should maximize the purpose of paragraphing. In a paragraph, there is always, in each paragraph, there is always your topic sentence. It is always advisable to bring your topic sentence to the front. Since you are an Austin local and now share similar ideologies or clean technology and sustainability, I was curious if you would be interested in attending our growth marketing conference in December. Now, because this is a male content and this person is trying to sustain a link between the introduction that they made to Casey and the next sentence, that is why this person is able to bring the topic, the sentence topic to the last part of the sentence in the second paragraph. But take it this way, the growth marketing conference comes up in December. This is important for you to attend since I know that you are interested in technology and sustainability. So I am curious if you would be interested in attending this program. Now, in this sentence, I have brought my topic sentence to the front. I advise that B2B writers do this. It is a mail. People find mail very friendly. But when you are writing sales description content, business content, please try as much as possible that in your paragraphs, you bring your topic sentence or sentence topic, sorry, to the first part of your paragraph. If I were you and I was writing this for a sales description item or sales item description, I am going to start with growth marketing conference comes up in December. That is the information. That is the most important item of my writing. And I don't want to lose my writer or reader before I pass my message across. So I'm able to explain paragraphing to you in that if you should start a paragraph and the next paragraph is not linked to the first paragraph, then you are not writing. And if in the last paragraph you are not calling your audience to action or linking them back to what you have explained from the first two paragraphs, then you have not been able to do a good content creation. Having said all of this, I hope we can now run to the next phase of this training. If you are able to get my point so far, I want to enjoin you to send a message up, type that I'm finding this interesting, can type good, I'm enjoying this, whatever you want to type to show you're excited. Let us do it. Now, use active sentences. I want to advise you. An active sentence is a sentence that is written in an active voice. So take, for instance, you have the magician pulled a pigeon from his hat. Betty threw a ball at the wall, or you have Sophie played a piano every morning. Rather than having this, if I should have Betty's ball was thrown to the wall every morning, my reader would be lost. Sophie played her piano every morning, or I now said that Sophie's piano is played every morning, inverting my focus. My reader will be lost. I hope you got my point from that. So these are important for you to maximize sentence and content creation when it comes to writing and all of those. All right, I have another slide here that shows active sentences. You can see it later. Let's get to social media content creation. In social media content creation, there are basic content platforms that we have seen so far, and they have proven to be very, very excellent for us. In this aspect, I'm going to be sharing my screen. I'm going to be showing you some things on the search engine because it is important. Now, basically, we are going to focus on video content, discussing video content. The writing aspect of it has been done, and all of these sample social media handles that you can see their logos are good for video except for Pinterest and LinkedIn. Those are supposed to help you to find connection with who you are passing your information across to. The reason I added them would be understood later. However, let's talk about Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Now, I hope you can see this. You should get basic analytics or statistics concerning these platforms before you choose to use them. At present, there are 3.49 billion monthly active users on Facebook. Is that not massive? So it tells you that you have a large audience looking for what you sell. The consequence slides are going to show you how now to choose what is good to sell and how to sell them through content creation, and especially using your video visual channel. Also, with 2.49 billion monthly logged in users, YouTube is the second most popular social media channel. From 2022 to 2023, its global advertising revenues increased by 8% to hit about $3.5 billion. So that is to tell you that if the purpose of using Facebook or YouTube is to reach out to a large audience, then you're good. If it is to make money, then you're good. If it is to publicize a brand, then you're good. So you should know that these platforms are waiting for your content, and it is only best when you know which content to choose, how to do them, how to go about them, and maximize the provisions on these platforms. Now, the next one is TikTok. TikTok has over 1 billion monthly active users. In current time, I realize that TikTok is growing faster than any kind of any other social media handle. All of them had been in circulation and use before TikTok, but TikTok came up and is real running very rapidly. It's overtaking competition. It's considering it was only released in 2016. TikTok was the sixth ranked social media app in 2021, and in 2024 it has grown more massive. And what about Instagram? The platform sees the highest usage among the people aged between 18 and 34. This is good for you. This is good for you in the sense that it helps you to know that the content that you are trying to create have relevance or as relevant audience that are going to buy or listen or see or attend to it. Over 60% of Instagram's okay, people within this age group make up to 60% of Instagram user base. These are information you should seek before you choose a particular channel. I don't want to do much on analytics because it's another training on its own. If you want to use any of these channels, know what they are out for. Who are those that use them well, and who are those you want to sell to? Don't forget what we had in the slides earlier. Know your reader. It is also applicable for any platform of social media. Know your viewers. Who are those that are interested in what you're creating, and what are you going to give them, and what are they interested in consuming? Let us see the next slide. Basic content creation. Basics of content creation, branding or choosing a niche. Now, this has been a lot of challenge for many people to brand what they sell or choose a particular niche on what they sell. Now, people choose niche based on three or four major things. You are going to see it now. All right. Now look at this. There's something we call value focuses. You can have value focuses for content and make them in four spaces, then create the following value strand for each of them. This will provide you 16 content at least in a month. I'm coming to content strategy, but I quickly want to mark these four things that make people arrive at their niche or brand. Don't forget, if you are a business oriented person, you will talk about branding. If you are a content creation oriented person, you are creating video, you are creating anything on Instagram, YouTube, or TikTok, then you'll be talking about niche. There are educational niches, niches that help people know how to do this, how to cook your food, in your egg, you how to cook your egg or prepare your egg in 2 seconds, how to do this, how to do that, how to lose your weight in this. They are educating people, giving them information on how to. What about number of ways? 3 ways you can do this, 4 ways you can do this. All of those kinds of contents create a niche that are under the educational niche. Then you can now choose topics of education. It could be academic, it could be normal day-to-day activities and what people are interested in. What about relatables? Relatables are oftentimes trends, things that are going on at that particular point in time. Take, for instance, you want to talk about the rise in dollar and drop in naira for current situation, because people are interested in knowing the analytics of funds, the blockchain and all of those. Because people are interested in that, if you are someone that is oriented in that field, then you should create contents talking about what is trending in current time. That is also another way to arrive at a niche that you would choose per time. But I enjoin you that a relatable niche doesn't stand through the test of long time. So if you want to create a niche that you can stay with for 5, 10, 15 years, 5 years, next 3 years, you should probably choose an educational niche, an entertaining niche, or inspirational niche. Entertaining niche talks about things that people don't really get tired watching or consuming, things that make people laugh, content that make people want to ask more, ask for more, content that really gets people excited. You want to take a comic kind of content, you want to take a poetic kind of content, you want to take a poetic a nugget kind of content. I have seen a lot of those on Instagram and they are very helpful. What about styles, fashion, and all of those? They can fall under entertainment because they find people's interest at various points in time. Before you set out creating a content, please answer these questions of niche. Immediately you are able to answer the question of your niche, then it will be very workable for you. Now, finally, you have inspiration. You can see inspiration in the aspects of motivation. You have millions of books online that are writing and explaining things that give people joy from pain, give people ease in their mind, give people answers to very naughty questions of life. Books and contents like this would never stop selling. Because at every point in human development, there is a question in the mind of every man. Everybody wants pleasure, everybody wants no stress, everybody wants joy and things that give them peace. So these inspirational contents are always relevant in human realities. So you can have YouTube content that talk about why people do not have long lasting relationship. Imagine you choose a relationship niche on your YouTube. You can't imagine how many audience you would have in the space of a month, especially if you do that so well. So there are many things that are relating to human day-to-day life. Talk about food, talk about medication, talk about health and wellness. You can inspire people to maximize all of these things under the niche that does inspiration. So these strands of niche creation can help you to arrive at what you really would do in a long time. So having said that, who are your contents for? We have said that over and over again. You should use Google Analytics for any part of the content pillars you are creating, maybe your Facebook, your YouTube. See what people are looking for. I'm going to show you that very soon. I'm going to show that to you when we talk about content strategy. But before you create your content, after choosing your niche, know who your content are for. I told you the other time that those that are on Instagram are between ages of 18 to 35. Does that not tell you what would interest them? That also helps you to choose a platform and what kind of niche you're going to be working on in a long time. So I want to encourage you, before you go down to dealing with your niche, you should know who you are selling to. Content topics, we have talked about them. What platform will promote what kind of content topic? We have also talked about them. Now, I want to show you something. Pinterest is important for bloggers. Should I go to my website now? Okay, I will do that later while we go to the next sections of this slide. So Pinterest is a particular content space where you have various topics that sell. On Pinterest, if you should open up, for instance, you said relationship ideas, you typed on search engine on Pinterest. Pinterest would help you to see how much people really need this content. Then you can now choose that particular content and put it on wherever you want to use to discover your analytics. Video contents are very good for YouTube, TikToks, and Instagram. So let's run. All right, content strategies. We have talked about your niche and audience. Now, instead of thinking a topic, think who is the audience for it. We have mentioned that. Identity. Content with regards to personality, choice, career, culture, lifestyle, and all. These are contents dealing with people's identity. Anytime you discover this kind of contents, they would make you to narrow down your audience. So if I want to, for instance, talk about contents relating to relationship, I know I want to deal with people between ages of 18 and 20, 30, 18 and 29 in most cases. People who are planning to get married, people who are in relationship, people who are trying to understand what relationship is about. What about the platform that you now choose to tell these stories in? So in any case, when you want to put out your content, you should narrow down, identify people's personality, identify what they like, identify what they are looking for, what is their goal and career, their culture, and their lifestyle. I'm going to run now because we have short time. Now, posting strategies. If you want to post if you want to post on any platform, especially YouTube, Instagram, or TikTok, YouTube allows for you to post as much as you can, and also Instagram and TikTok. But for a starter, it is wise for you to know that contents that go up on YouTube demand that you take good assignments before putting them up. Why? Because it's a very competitive space, and then you need to develop your own space of audience because you are looking out for subscribers. So before you can present a content on YouTube, you should do it well. So if all you can do in a week is one content for YouTube, it is good. This particular strategy that I have put down for you can help you to develop a content posting strategy for a whole month. Take for instance, you are producing one content per week. It gives you 4 contents per week on YouTube alone. Instagram posts can run only 5 seconds, 30, 20 seconds, and then you're good. Then you can do 3 of those at least in a week. What about TikTok? You can do as much as 7 contents in a week because TikTok is not as what would I call it now, complex as these 2 others. The more complex the platform, the more reduced your content should be, so that you don't jump into contents that would not end up to sell. So YouTube, for instance, I advise you, for a beginner, produce 1 content per week. Instagram, you can do 3 per week. TikTok, you can do 7 per week. Now, how do you now choose a strategy that works? I'm going to show you consequent slides, but let me share my screen so that I would explain something to you using a particular um, content strategy calendar. I don't know if you have seen Trello before, but we're going to see it together. So take a minute and let me share my screen with you. All right, moment, and we go. Here we go. Okay, now let's do this before I go to Trello. Okay, here we go. Now, what I have done in the slides so far is what I'm going to practicalize for you now. Now, see what I did. This is Answer the Public. It is a search engine optimization platform. How do I mean search engine optimization? I want to know what will sell, right? I have chosen a niche, for instance, and I'm sorry, excuse me. I want to know how many persons are looking for what I really want to sell. Now I chose figures of speech. Take for instance, I am educational content creator, and I want to create content with regards to figures of speech. Now, figures of speech, I wouldn't just go to my content page on Facebook, on YouTube, on Instagram, and start to discuss figures of speech. Nobody would click because the algorithms of each of these platforms must relate well with what I am selling. How does this happen? Look at this. I come to Answer the Public. Answer the Public will tell me how many persons are looking for content with regards to figures of speech. How many persons are looking for this particular search word. So if I just if I just search figures of speech, a number of persons are looking for the same, but it might not be my content that they would find on time. If such person should click on YouTube and type figures of speech, they would find much more persons before they found my content. Why? Don't forget, we are discussing this as developing content creators and people that should really do the right thing if they want to be helped, if they want to be found, or if they want to be seen. So let's do this. All right, I said for figures of speech and see what Answer the Public would do for me. All right, see this analytics. Look at it very well. If you can see it, please let me know. You can just let me know. Please let me know if you can see my screen. Just let me know. If you're enjoying this, let me know. All right. So now the this search engine would help you know what people are really typing on the platforms, what people are really looking for on the platforms. It has provided you the content topic that you can use for a whole year if you like, or probably few months at least. So I have all of these topics to write about or to talk about, to create my video content about. What am I going to do? Since I have all of this, I'm going to see what I'll be talking about in every week. See, we have content related to why, who, how over this particular topic alone. So see what people are asking when it comes to what. What figures of speech are well used? What figures of speech are used in poem? What figure of speech schemes and tropes are used? What figures of speech are used in River Between, a particular story? So you can see how you can choose topics that would be very relevant on the search engine. See how many persons are searching it. It is highly searched. That is first thing you should know. This platform would help you to know, Answer the Public would help you know 18,100 persons are searching for this, and it is highly searched. Take for instance, you choose another topic, it will also show you all of these details about it. Take for instance, I decided to search about weight loss. Weight loss is loading. All right. So on weight loss, for instance, I have 138 questions that people are asking. Now, on this platform alone, weight loss pills safe? This question alone is what thousands, a million persons are asking online. If you should create a content with regards to this, it will sell. You're writing, you're doing a visual explanation of this, it will sell. So what I said in the slide earlier, it is important that you know that content creation is for all professionals. Any field at all can provide you important content for people to consume. Having known all of this, I'm going to take you to a place where I'm going to schedule my topics for each month and know what I am writing per month. And that is what takes me to Trello, like I showed you the other time. Please let me know if you're following me. Are you following me? Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, sir. We'll
Hello?
follow you. Yes, we can. We are following you. It's
All
going
right.
well.
So let's go to Trello. We have Trello, we have Notion. You are going to see them in the slide. We have Trello, we have Notion, we have MME. These are platforms that can help you to arrange your topic sentences into strategic posts for each month. So in this place, I want to schedule my post for a particular month or for a space of 4 months. I want to know what I'm going to be posting per month, per week, per day. Even for each date that I'm going to be posting, I want to arrange my content topics. I would use Trello. And equally, I have told you that if you want to identify the topics that are important for you, you should go and do the analytics. And I give you an instance using an Answer the People search engine. So now let's go to Trello and see how I can arrange my thoughts. So take for instance, this is how for a few days, I think for 7 days, and it later paid for $29. And also if you go to Notion, Notion also has free trials. It is doing the same assignment. Some people choose to use Notion, Notion AI. Just browse Notion and then you'll be there. So let's use Trello for instance. So on Trello, I decided to go to the okay, let me see. Okay, I have created a particular card. This particular topic, education, is what I started with. When I open Trello, if I wanted to start again, I'd create a very fresh account. This is also a fresh account. I just created it because of this teaching. Now, what Trello would ask you before you get to this point is, what content do you want to create? I told them it is education, and also it creates this for me. What is the table of your content? What is the topic of the content you'll be creating? And then it provides me all of this. So that is why I am here. Now let me open this for you so that you can see what I did. So I just opened my content and I told Trello that I want to create topics concerning speaking in figures of speech. That is what I'm going to be writing in the next 4 months, or that I'm going to be discussing on my YouTube handle. I'm going to be teaching concerning figures of speech, speaking in figures of speech. Then the next thing to do is to go and choose a date. When do I want to schedule this? When do I want to post this? When do I want to do this? So I go to my date and choose between Monday 11th to 20th, Wednesday 20th of this month. See what happens. Take for instance, I want to start this again just for you to see. So I go to start date, I mark the start date, and I choose 12th, for example. So it means that I'm going to be creating content from 12th till probably 14th. So if I chose 12 to be the start date, then I should choose the due date, 14th. So Trello would help me to see that I have this content to be posted or to be recorded between 12th and 14th, and I must have done my schedule. What this helps you to do is to put your content arrangement in order and set goals for you to achieve. Without doing that, most content creators procrastinate and they do not end up recording their contents or creating their contents. Do you understand now? So after that, you can choose to custom to sorry, you can choose to put a label. The label is blue. It will show the label for you like it did here. I have the label. Once you have that label, when next you click your link, you will see that your date is getting closer the thicker your label gets. And also you can now put a cover. I decided to make a cover for it because whenever you open your dashboard for content items, you should find something that would draw you close to what you need to do. It's supposed to pull you close for a reminder and put a picture in your head that you have something to do. That is an instance of a content schedule calendar platform that I would advise any content creator to use, which is Trello. Now, for people who would not be able to subscribe on Trello, after the free trial is ending, what you can do is go to your Google icon. You see these three icons. You can go to the three icons and download. So I have created only for 2 weeks, 2 days, sorry, in a week. This is my first week. If I want to create the next, I will add a cart. So this particular week, I've created it. The trendings, I can create it. I told you you can choose education, trendings, and inspiration. So if I want to start adding the cards under trendings, I would do that. I can say that, okay, I want to talk about most used figures of speech in JAMB questions. In this instance, I know that at present, JAMB students are preparing. So I might choose to design something that would enthrall them because it is trending. I might choose to schedule that for next month because JAMB examination will be coming up in April. So take for instance, I go to this card and I decide to design it. So what happens? I click on it to edit, I go to tell it description, writing, figures of speech for JAMB English, or figures of speech for JAMB English. If this topic should go on YouTube in the space of this time and next month, you will be amazed what result it will bring. Why? Because it is trending and people are searching for it. Don't forget that before I got here, I have gone to the analytics and I have asked what people are searching for. At analytics, I showed you, for example, the answer the people analytics platform. It has provided me this topic that people are really searching for this. Then I go for it. Do you understand? So I create my content in tandem with what is trending, what people are looking for, because it is a trending kind of post. So I can label this card another color. I've labeled it, and I can decide to give it a cover. I search for cover, then I choose books. So JAM students are enthralled with topics like this. If I should schedule a post for myself that I'm going to be posting content on this, please remind me, Trello. I have this arrangement for this. Anytime I open that link, I would see what I have to do. I hope you got my point. So I have added another card on trending. So you can add the second card, add the fourth card. Don't forget we said that you can post one content on YouTube per week, you can post 3 contents on Instagram per week, and you can post 7 contents on TikTok per week. But there is no rule to these things. Do the one that best gives you productivity and that you will be sure to do very well. We started a little bit late because of network on this platform, and that is why we are eating into more time. So I will be rounding off soon while I help you to identify very, very important information so that there will be assignments, there will be questions, there will be comments and practicals for you to do and get back to me. So while I have mentioned this, Trello is good for you, Notion is good for you, and MME is good for you. Use Trello, for example. It is what I have only tried. I haven't tried Notion, but I learned it's quite good for content creation schedule as well. Let's go back to the page and share my slides. All right, let me know if you're with me. Let me know if you've enjoyed this training so far.
Yeah, I'm getting value. If you know you're connected and you're getting value, please type I'm getting value. This
All
is a
right,
lot,
let's go.
a lot, please.
All right, so I told you that these tools will help you for content creation strategy to arrange your thoughts and make sure that you achieve them on time. All right, finally, these are also good tools for you to use. Now, getmunch.com is a website that organizes your video for you. There's no time I could have taken you to Get Munch to show you how that happens. But how it happens is when you upload your video, it will schedule your video and arrange it in platform ratios. The Instagram ratio is important for you to use if you are posting a video on Instagram. The Instagram orientation has a particular ratio that is good for you. Choose 16.9. It is for a particular platform, 4.1. All of these ratios are important for you to know. However, it is easier for you when you use GetMunch. GetMunch helps you to arrange your video in accordance with any platform you want to use and the ratio. Now, ChatGPT. If you want to create a content, ChatGPT is the best tool for you. if you don't know how to use it. ChatGPT, for instance, provides you only what you ask it to do. If you ask ChatGPT, for instance, to give you content in relating to healthcare and all, it will provide them, but it might not provide according to what your audience needs. So you take those contents, bring them to analytics, bring them to answer the people, for instance, or put them on your search them, just drop them on YouTube, see if people are really looking for it. And the same thing happens with GetMunch and video.ai. Video.ai helps you to also order your video content to the ratio of any platform that you want to use. Now, CapCut. I wouldn't want to display CapCut for you for editing since you have been taught video editing before. But CapCut helps you to also do more than just edit. It gives you caption and catchy, captivating designs for your video. The same thing happens with captions. Browse captions. It gives you very, very interesting captions, subtitles for your video content. Midjourney AI graphic. Midjourney is a AI tool that helps you to produce beautiful graphic based on the prompting that you give to Midjourney. When you go on Midjourney, you can tell Midjourney lion and the lamb. It will design a graphic for you that gives you lion and the lamb, but it might present it in a way that you are not really interested in. But when you tell Midjourney, for instance, lion chasing the lamb, lion lion with the head of the lamb, of a lamb, twerk your way of putting in contents for these AI tools, and they would maximize your contents, your production for you. And then you see graphic designs that are massively beautiful, massive and beautiful for you to use. If you are able to subscribe on Midjourney, pay for the pro form of Midjourney, then it will give you every right to put anything you create from there on any platform you like without giving you any challenge. But basically, Instagram photos, Facebook photos, you can use your AI tools such as Midjourney without any problem. So Notion, I have mentioned it to you too. MEM is also helping you to schedule and arrange your content according to your production schedule. 11.ai is for voiceover. Should you be creating voiceover over your video and you don't want to use your voice, you can use 11 AI voiceover. If you also do podcasting and then you don't want to use your voice, 11.ai provides you various kind of voices that you can use that are beautiful for your production. So having said all of this, we have come to the end of this aspect of this training. I'm going to send all the materials used to the coordinator for the library that we plan to make for you in this skill acquisition program. I hope that you have maximized this time with me, and I hope that it has been interesting. So, all of these tools I listed out for you, browse upon them, register on them. They are free, they all have free trials for you to use for a time and then produce your contents. I trust this is very, very informative for you, and I trust that you find value. Thank you so much again. Once again, Emmanuel is my name, and I'm happy and I'm privileged to be here to take this session. Thank you, Miss Goodness.
Thank you, Mr. Emmanuel. This was an eye opener. Trust me, I learned a lot from this. Like, I really learned a lot, and I am ready to go and practicalize to grow my platform, my social media platforms. So thank you. Opened my eyes to a lot of things I never knew. So thank you so much. And I'm very sure same thing happened to those people watching out there, because this was this was it all. I have one of my students currently here with me that has been listening to your class. She had to come and stay with me. So she has just been giving her expression of how she enjoyed the whole section, right? So she enjoyed it and it was really educative for her. She learned a lot of things and she's so thankful about it. So thank you. I'm very sure those people that are connected currently, they feel same way. That's if they listened, yes, definitely should feel same. Then for those people that are going to watch the recorded class, I'm very, very sure that they will be very grateful for this because you've dished out a lot. You've dished out more than 5K, you've dished out more than 3.5. So I must say we are grateful to have you, sir. It is a huge privilege. Indeed, I will say God is with you because when we started, network was really funny. Like the whole thing was just the whole thing was just up and down, and it was as if maybe we just postpone the class and go for a recorded class. But indeed, during the class, I was like, God indeed is with you because the thing just went smoothly and it was able to you were able to deliver everything in spite of the disturbing network. So thank you so much for this. Thank you so much for this. So is we are opening the floor for questions. I expect if you followed this class, you should have questions, right? So I followed it and I think I have question personally, but I still want to open the floor for the comment section. If you're there and you're currently connected with us, you can indicate your presence, please. It is very crucial we know you're connected with us. We want to be sure about our students and those people that are connected with us. So if you're currently connected with us and you have question or you have something to say, please type in the comment section there. The comment section is open and it's for you. So please make use of it. Type in the comment section whatsoever question you ask. We are ready to give you answer, Mr. Emmanuel Adeyemo is here and is ready to give you some your answers. I don't know if I pronounce your name well, but please pardon me. So he's ready to give you answers.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Thank you, thank you. So it's ready to give you answers. Please send in your questions, send in your questions, send in your questions. As for those of you that are going to watch this video in the recorded form, please, if you have questions during those times, please you can send in your question in our group chat, our official group chat on WhatsApp. We will be ready and happy to answer your questions as Mr. Ima will still be with us in our WhatsApp group for now. So please send in your questions. If you don't have any question, just let us know that you got value, please. If you know you got value, I can see someone that is currently watching right now. So I want that person that I'm seeing right now to type on the comment section, I got values, please. So I'll just give 2 minutes for that. If I don't get any question, if I don't get anything, I will have to release Mr. Emmanuel for the night. So if you know you got values or you have question, please type it in the comment section. First of all, I got value. Just express yourself, express your happiness, express whatsoever is boiling inside there. Express it right now and tell us your question if there is any. So you have 1 more minute. And tell us your question if there is any. Okay, I remember you said something about assignment. I don't know if you are giving your assignment today.
All right.
Okay, I remember you said something about assignment.
After now,
I don't know if you're giving your assignment.
I'm going to put my assignment on the page. Might not be tonight, but between tonight and tomorrow morning, you will get my assignment.
All
Questions
right,
for my
thank you.
assignment. Well, even if I'm supposed to give you the assignment now, what I would really love for people to do and try out is to give me their link to a Trello account where they have created a strategy for posting a month publication. Probably you want to do a YouTube post, probably you want to do a blog post, probably you want to do Instagram post. What would you be saying in this month? It is something I have experienced. Content creators get locked up, they get blocked in their minds because of other activities, because of a lot of things, and they can't produce what they should because they don't have a calendar, because they don't have a posting strategy. So if there is one thing I would want people to practicalize as now as possible, is create a posting strategy. Let's see how we can grow together in the space of 4 months, and you see what happens to your website, or you see what happens to your social media handle, and you see what happens to your creating
So
your content creation.
you
Is
can hear from him, please. So Mr. Ima is ready to work with you as long as 4 months. So if you're ready to build your calendar and you show him, he's ready to put you through and show you. So everything is just on a platter for you. So it's just for you to grab it. Please, let's take this opportunity. It comes but once. It comes once in a while. Opportunity comes but once, right? So thank you very much. I think I
All
have a
right, who is
question.
that person that is on our page without that is seen into our page for
It's one
free?
of your students that came to join me here. So so
That's amazing. Okay, 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 okay. All right, okay.
so I
That
think I
means it's
have a
part of our
question.
class.
Yes, she's
All
part
right,
of her. So I think I have
all
a
right,
question,
all
but
right.
it's just a straightforward question. The answer the public, right? .com.
Yes, yes, yes,
Is it can
yes,
I use it
yes,
for both my YouTube channel?
yes, yes. You can. Let me quickly show you
Okay.
what I meant.
Okay, I already opened it here
Let me.
and I saw it.
Okay.
Yes, I opened it here.
Where is it? Okay, okay. What's your question about? All right, this
Okay,
is answer the public. So I'm
yes.
saying that, for instance, I searched for weight loss. I don't know what I want to start writing on weight loss. I don't know, but I know weight loss. I probably am a medical practitioner. Probably I know something about weight loss. I know everything about weight loss. But what exactly would people want to see? And how are they searching it online? Can you see immediately I clicked something? It took me to Google engine. About 1,900,000 results are already on this particular topic. Will weight loss cure sleep apnea? It's a topic under weight loss. The fact that weight loss can cure sleep problem or something. People are asking questions every time. I hope you got my point. So what answer the people has helped you to do is select such topics that if you should write on it, 1,000,001 persons are waiting to hear or read on blog, Google, or on your YouTube. If you should type the same any of these topics according to what answer the people has provided you, questions on who, why, how. Don't forget we told you that 4 ways to create your niche you can create on educational. So if you started saying how weight loss surgery is done, imagine you want to explain in a video how weight loss surgery is done. 1,000,000 people would be waiting for you. See now, 603,000 persons are searching for what people do concerning weight loss and surgery. So I want you to know that what this platform does for you is to give you the right expression to use while you're creating your content, probably on YouTube, as a blogger, or wherever. However, I should also say this: you might not use any of these search engines. You might decide to create your own topic and your content if you are not writing for everybody. You might be writing topics on passion, topics that are spiritual, topics that are personal to you. You just want to express your lifestyle, what you're going through, and why people should learn from it. You don't have to do all of this search engine optimization. I hope you got my point.
Yes, thank you very much. Thank you so much. So you were saying something about Google Analytics. Google Analytics.
Analytics. Yes, yes. Google Analytics.
Yes, is that what you just showed us right now?
All right. Well, I wouldn't call this Google Analytics because it is not only for Google. It is relevant
I
on
saw
all
YouTube.
websites that you
I
want
saw
to use.
YouTube up there. I
Do you
saw
understand?
Amazon up there.
Yes. But if all you want to do is blogging, for instance, and you know that people would only search and find your content through Google, then you go for Google Analytics.
Okay, so the first one you showed us there was Google Analytics, right?
Which one?
The first, what you just explained now, I saw it was ticked under Google.
Yes. When I clicked it on answer the people, which is not a Google Analytics. When I click it, it took me to Google to tell me how many persons are looking for it. So that one is Google Analytics. Do you understand? That is Google Search Engine Analytics. Just briefly to let me know. But if you want to do main Google Analytics, it is also a platform on Google that you have to register for. Training for Google Analytics is very basic. It's something you can learn by yourself by browsing Google Analytics. Register your blog if you have one, open your mail, and Google will analyze what you have been writing and how people are looking for your content. Google Analytics is beyond just searching for topics. It also helps you to know how many persons are visiting your website at a time. That is why I said Google Analytics is different. When you have been writing, for instance, at cmrc.com.ng, which is my website, I've been writing. If I need Google Analytics, I will register for Google Analytics. Then it would access my blog and show me how many persons are visiting my website per month, per year, or per week. That is Google Analytics. I hope that is clear. So, but
Yes,
for search engine optimization, so that you will know what people are searching for, that is why we go to answer the people, for instance, or we go to YouTube and type in your topic and see how many people are searching for that kind of topic. If it is trending, if videos are well done on it, if it is something you should go for. Do you understand? You can
yes.
do the same thing on Instagram or any platform that you decide to use. I hope you got my
Thank
point.
you very, very much. This is so clear. Thank you so much. I'm cleared. So I guess with this time we've wasted on sorry, with this time we've allocated to answering my own question. I've checked the comment section. There is no question and I can see some people are connected. So obviously it is assumed that we all understood the class and it was clear, just like it was clear for me and Joy over here. So thank you so much, Mr. Emmanuel. I would love to release you now so that you can go have your rest. Thank you once again. It was a great privilege having you on board. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. I want to appreciate you for having me. I take it for a big privilege. I want to really say thank you. Thank you.
Good night. All right, everybody. So you've seen for yourself. See, this class is giving me lots of joy because we are just starting. We have 4 days for this class and a free day in these 4 days, meaning we have three full class. So our normal time 8 p.m. for 2 hours. So please, you don't want to miss this, you guys. You don't just want to miss this. So if you've not watched this, please watch it because it is recorded. I'll be sending the link to the group chat. So do well to watch this, please. And remain blessed and have a blessed night rest. Bye.